Welcome back to Diskydisk, episode 65, recorded on the 21st, I almost said 21st of June.
The 21st.
Of 2025, oh my god.
21st of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
We're Tinyhats and Ircha gaming.
Very good.
But I do that like properly for once instead of like tiny
and then it's Ircha gaming. Okay, anyways, in this episode we talk about me going on a Zen nature resort in the middle of the woods alone. And Tinyhats is gonna have a 24 hours reading marathon soon.
I'm
right?
not going to have one. I want somebody to join me for one.
Right. And then we talk about the 4 stages of life, or not, because we didn't talk about it. You will listen and hear that. You will hear that.
Yeah. Don't forget about the fact that Ircha steals books. If you're going to take anything away from this episode, remember that she's a thief.
Mm-hmm. One book. It was worth stealing, though.
It wasn't.
Right?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't one book. It wasn't.
Yeah, I buy all of my other books. This one book was worth stealing.
Yeah.
Now we talk about crystallized intelligence.
You changing the times that you like. I feel like we have that so many times, but then we do have the artificial intelligence, so that's happens.
Yeah,
today. Colors on leg. What does that mean?
Yeah, I wrote that because it was.
What does
relevant.
that mean?
You have to listen to the episode. It's relevant.
I was just there, and I don't know what that means.
We talked about colors on the leg.
Oh,
because you
those colors. Yeah, okay,
mm-hmm.
those colors on leg. Right. So colors on the leg. Enjoy the episode.
Yeah, and also a lot of gaming at the end. I mean, some. It's a Steam Deck and Stardew Valley, basically. So
I love Stardew Valley.
And a cup of coffee, obviously.
That one cup of coffee, though.
That one.
That one. Just there's the one.
Mm-hmm. Enjoy it.
Do like your coffee.
Yeah.
Recording in progress.
Feedback from last week's episode. Actual last week. But we are late.
Because I was busy having a meltdown.
Panic attack. No.
Oh my god, I was having an actual meltdown. Jesus. When you called me on Wednesday, God. I was actually having a meltdown.
I was sat here so ready for Diskydisk. I'm like, where are you, Anu? And you were like, do you want to tell the story?
God, long story, but long story short, on Wednesday, when we were supposed to Diskydisk, long story short, my car broke. I had to borrow my parents' car. My parents' car is a Polestar 2, a Volkswagen Polestar 2, which is a super fancy car with all the dings and whistles. It's got a lot of things. One of which is an unlockable door. We had a big problem. It was a whole thing. We borrowed their car. We couldn't lock it. And then we drove to the supermarket, and then I forgot my shopping list, and like the car was broken. It was a whole thing. There was a lot of things.
Yeah, back and forth and all the things. When I called you, you were like, "Oh my god!" And 10 minutes rant, and now I'm so hungry. I'm dying. I'm making dinner as we speak. Oh, I have to hang up now.
But that was
crying on the inside.
Like that die, mate. We had literally like gone and got my parents' car, brought it to our house, parked, all good, fancy fucking Polestar 2, whatever, dings and whistles. Come here, try to lock it, and it won't lock. Like,
anyways, there's something wrong with your car, right?
No, my car's fixed now. My car's getting back.
Okay. Hooray. Good.
But that day was very stressful because the car wouldn't lock, and then I like lost the shopping list. We had to go back and write a new shopping list, and then we came here and the car wouldn't lock, and then I wrote a whole new shopping list in like the space of 2 minutes.
Do you guys never do your grocery shopping without a list?
Have you tried shopping for an entire week without a list?
No. I'm not that structured. That's just shop a lot of stuff.
No, we bought groceries for 7 entire days.
Yeah, I get it.
I was stressed.
Yeah, I get it.
A meltdown.
And now we are recording at the nighttime. So this time is nighttime disc. And
last time it was daytime disc. Now it's nighttime disc.
What the hell is wrong with us? Anyways, I have another feedback, and it's a feedback for everyone. I am using YouTube Music, the YouTube Music app, because, I have YouTube Premium and I didn't want to, pay for Spotify as well because YouTube Music also has lyrics and the music videos of every music. Anyways, I listened to podcast on that one and I was like, I want to listen to Diskydisk. Oh, and it wasn't on there. Lol. So now everyone, it is on YouTube Music announcement TM Diskydisk podcast.
Good.
I can't. Yeah, like for years it hasn't been. What?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Okay.
You were like, for years that hasn't been. I didn't know that was a thing. Wow.
Right. Right. Anyways, do we have actual feedback?
Okay.
I have to open the thing. Let's see.
I think there's still more people being like, "Oh my God, you're back."
Oh my God. Oh my God. You're
Oh,
yeah,
hashtag
okay.
good.
Okay, let's name drop a few. Rockin' Cat says, I missed your voices. King Dingaling says, cool. Metal Cake says, hell yeah. And like a heavy metal emoji. Time for Diskydisk Panic. Yeah, there's a lot of, oh my God, Diskydisk. Is there any real feedback?
Any feedback that isn't, oh my God, Diskydisk?
I know, right? Someone is reading Nexus. Wait. Pluto 9000 says, my first time here. Hello. Well, hi, how are you? Welcome, Pluto. Somehow my YouTube recommended this video, and after an hour after I started listening to the Yuval Noah Harari Nexus book, I had just borrowed it from my local library. Do you think they leaked my borrow list?
Probably. You're on the wrong episode, though, I think. Aren't you?
I mean, welcome, Pluto.
Yeah, welcome.
Are you a planet? No.
But I do think you're on the wrong episode, though. You're on the previous episode. You're on episode 63. Because I saw that comment.
Oh, shit. Am I reading the wrong stuff? Okay.
There's
never
still
mind.
a lot of wow.
Wait.
And welcome, Pluto. We're happy to have you.
Yeah, but did we read that one last? No, we didn't.
I think it came after.
Okay, whatever. Okay. Let's see. We have Miruku saying the protagonist and bachelorettes of Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, have 2 sets of swimwear. The DLC ones called Marvelous and the ones that already exist in base game. Yeah, so bikini outfits, very good.
Oh, well, continue. I don't think too deeply about it. It's pretty common in anime games to have paid sexy outfit DLCs for fan service. I bought the deluxe edition myself and never found an opportunity to have them wear it, though. Just strange to stroll in villages with them on.
That's the thing. That's the thing. In JRPGs, when I have tried to stroll the villages with like a bikini outfit.
In your swimwear.
It just looks like my characters are freezing. It looks wrong. It's like
You're just concerned about their temperature?
Yeah, I'm concerned that they will be sick. Very good. Get a cold. Wait.
Yeah.
You owe me a pizza, says. One time I woke up with sleep paralysis, but I could still move one pinky finger. This pinky finger was able to reach my wife lying next to me, and I tried with all of my strength to use it to wake her up so she could wake me up. Poor thing.
It simply wasn't enough, and then a sad crying emoji. Oh no!
Crying.
Oh no.
And 2, my wife says in her dreams she sees herself from above. All right.
I think that's like
creepy.
Isn't that a thing though when you see yourself
called
from above?
Astral projection, I think, isn't it? Google it.
I don't believe in that. I don't need to Google it.
Me neither. I mean, I believe that you can dream that.
You can dream it, probably, yeah. Your brain can tell you all kinds of things.
All kinds of things. I know, right? But you're not actually hovering above yourself.
But I was a Diskydisk from Discord. I think it was Irene too.
Also?
On the day, Irene also said on Discord, I'm one of those people who forget to drink water for the whole day when I'm busy at work. So
yeah. Right.
People forget, okay?
You know what?
It's forgetfulness, not instinct.
The instinct, okay? The water instinct. I've been thinking about that all week, actually. The water instinct. Every time I drink water, I cannot unthink it. Now I think about it every time I drink water. I'm thinking, my instincts. You know?
You think about that regularly.
Yeah, I'm literally doing that.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, that was all feedback, I guess. And you?
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, because you just want to get on to the real topic of the episode.
I mean, we have to go through the motions.
Yeah, I know, right? We have to transition and do currently on our minds and then transition and then you can talk about
the main topic. I'm so excited.
I know, right? I'm looking forward to it. All
Okay.
right, transition then
Transition.
to currently.
Doopy 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 doop.
I
Yeah.
wrote down something on currently on my mind because it has been currently on my mind, actually.
Okay.
Very good.
Do you mean the Zen nature resort alone in the woods, no screens, only books? And you?
Yes. Yeah. You know, randomly, really, really, really randomly, I looked up what kind of cabins do we have in our near vicinity, maximum 2 hours drive from here, like on Airbnb,
Mm-hmm.
cabins in the woods sort of thing, just out of morbid curiosity. And I saw a cabin in
Morbid.
the definitely. I mean, I slept alone in the woods, okay? Anyways,
Just general curiosity, maybe, but yeah, carry on.
a tiny bit morbid. Anyways, so I booked one night alone in an Airbnb cabin in the woods. What the hell?
Yeah,
In
good.
Tovika, actually. Link on
Good. That's a
Discord.
nice place. No, I like that place actually. They have a really nice market. I think it's every July, the last
Oh
weekend
yeah,
of
yeah,
July.
yeah.
It's a
You're thinking
nice
about
market.
You're thinking about Folvikmarknad.
Oh, am I? Ah,
Yeah,
shit.
I think, yeah, but it's in the same vicinity, anyways. But I wanna pictures on Discord of this place that I rented, and it was
Oh shit, I
like,
need to make notes. I forgot.
oh, okay, lol. Um, yeah, I have a lot of pictures. Anyways, I spent 24 hours in there
Wait,
in the
did you
woods.
already do this?
Yes,
Oh,
I did. I can tell you all about it. All alone, driving there. It's like an hour to drive there, I think. Well, whatever. But it was so up in the woods. There was no one there. I mean, if I died, no one would have known. And I brought a lot of books, and I did no screens, only nature and books alone in this cabin. And it was the weirdest sensation of all. Like, I recommend everyone doing this. It was so weird and so good. I will do it again. We'll do again. 10 out of 10.
wait. So basically, you rented a cabin
Yes.
and went there alone
Yes.
and read books.
Yes. For a
That's
whole
not
day.
really that weird. You could do that alone
Come
in your.
on. Have
You
you
have,
ever, though?
you have several rooms in your house. You could also put yourself in the guest room, shut the door, and say to Ishaman, I don't want you to disturb me for 24 hours.
That's every day of my life. I
You had
wanna
to go to a cabin.
I wanted to have a Zen nature resort thing. Anyways,
Okay. Was
pictures
it
on
Zen?
it was Zen, all right.
Do you have pictures? I thought you didn't have screens.
Yeah, I took pictures.
Oh, so you did have screen.
Well, when you're taking pictures, you don't have to doom scroll for 3 hours. Also, I took pictures and that's it
So you
with
didn't put
my
your
phone.
phone on airplane mode.
No, but
Airplane more?
I'm putting it on do not disturb mode. That's the one.
That's not the same. You still get
It's the
notifications,
same.
you just
No,
don't get them.
it's
No.
the same because if you put it on do not disturb, you can have select few people bypass it.
So you had fake silence in the woods. You should have put airplane mode on. That would have been true silence in the woods.
Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo.
If you could have gotten like emergency whatever, if you were gonna say I'm 24 hours off the grid, bye, then you should have like
All right.
disconnected. So you didn't fully disconnect. So basically you went to a
I
cabin
never
in the
said I
woods to read books.
disconnected.
Well, you said no screens.
Yeah, no screens, like no doom scrolling, no playing games, no checking the internet, not checking the emails, that sort of thing.
Can you not decide to do that on any given day at home? I don't mean to shit on your
You're
experience.
shitting on my experience. Oh my God. I had a Zen nature resort moment and you're shitting on it.
You put your phone on do not disturb. That's not the same thing. People go on like week-long silent retreats where they like give away their phone. You just put yours on don't make sound.
Now you're just a meanie. Do you want to do that?
I'm a meanie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I want to do actually?
Mm?
I want to do a 24-hour reading marathon
Ooh, no sleep?
with somebody. You need another person though. You would have to be involved or somebody who reads books. Probably you, because I don't really know anyone else to read books.
So we sit for 24 hours and not sleeping. ever.
Yes, we stay awake for 24 hours and we read books for 24 hours straight.
No. How about
Why
12?
not?
I will do
No, it's
12.
no 24.
I go insane after 16 hours.
Well,
Then,
24 or no
then
deal.
I will be insane.
Well, that will be good for you.
I would say 12 hours.
No, you have to do 24 or it's not
Why? Is it the
good because
rules?
those are the rules.
The rules of the thing,
They're the rules of it.
of it.
Yes.
Okay. No, I will consider 12 hours. You do go insane
What?
after a certain amount of time. Where
No, but
is my snooze?
you have to like rally, you know? You have to really just get behind it. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Do you know anyone that has done that?
No, I've just seen it on social media.
Right. Did they make TikToks of it?
And shorts on Instagram, yeah.
Right,
People
right.
do this.
How
Internet
insane
people.
were they after 24
I mean,
hours?
they were like, you know, we're so sweet. We're book influencers. We read for 24 hours. This is Amanda's first book. She finished this in hour 6, you
Oh
know.
my God.
It's that kind of situation. Uh,
Okay. Okay. Link on
fucking
Discord.
Amanda,
Do you
dude.
have like an example of this? Like link on
No,
Discord.
I've just seen it on the
Right.
internets.
Okay. It's a thing. Apparently. Okay. And
Yeah.
you, I actually wrote and you because you haven't written down anything on your currently on your mind.
Well, I've had a meltdown already. That was in feedback from
I
last week.
know, right?
Meltdown
I know, right?
already
That
happened.
you've had that on your minds ever since.
No, because now we have our car back, so now everything is good.
Everything's good
Don't
again.
have to drive the fucking unlockable car. Like, who the fuck has a car that you can't lock? Insanity.
Oh, imagine like your car falling off the bridge,
Mm-hmm.
freaking Kjellsundbrua, and and you can't open your door.
Well, that was we talked about that whole thing when you can open the door. There's a Mythbusters episode all about this.
I know.
The
There
pressure has
was.
to be equal on each side of the thing.
Yeah, yeah,
S-
true. So you have to wait
Objection,
until
speculation.
yeah, you have to wait until you're fully submerged, hold your breath, and then open the door. I know, right?
Mm-hmm. You
Okay.
gotta,
Everyone
otherwise
remember
you're
that.
gonna die.
It's
Yeah,
life-saving
don't forget.
information.
Yep,
Okay.
important. Yep.
Uh, anything else on your mind?
Wait, let me think.
Let me think. Me too. I mean,
Um, are we gonna go over are we gonna wait until played lately? Yeah, we're gonna wait until played lately before we talk about the Switch, right? Yeah.
I mean, you're eager to talk about the actual planned topic, right?
Yeah, but you have something else first. Do we have to do a transition? Can we not just, the currently on our minds was so short. Let's just jump into what you have here. Do you want to go over the 4 stages of life? Because we can have an argument about that if you want.
Okay, I put a link in the document,
You did.
and the link says the 4 stages of life, and you clicked it, and
Yeah, because
and you totally missed the point.
no. Read the following line. The article is called "The 4 Stages of Life," and then the next line is written by Mark Manson.
Yeah, Mark Manson, yeah, the guy that wrote the subtle.
Art of not giving a fuck.
Yeah, yeah. I know, right?
And I unsigned instantly. I was like, "You really want to talk about this? Jesus!"
But the topic wasn't about him. It was actually about what he the four
His book
stages of
wasn't
life.
about him either.
The 4 stages of life. So, anyways, do you want to talk about Mark Manson?
I mean, talk about the 4 stages of life if you want to, but if it comes from Mark Manson, take it with the bucket load of salt. He's a twat. Like he's somebody who thinks he knows something about nothing and then he decides to talk about it and then people buy his stuff just because he says it. And it's kind of like you can be charismatic and say something and that's all well and good, but you can't just make something that you have made up, put it in a book and then, pretend to be an intellectual and then on top of it have a shocking title. And then
Oh yeah, the subtle art of
is a
giving
is
up.
a is
Yeah,
a
I know, right?
clickbait title. He
I know.
clickbaited
Why
the
do
title of
you?
his book
Let's be real. Why do you think the book sold so well?
because it's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Because the title was a clickbait. Yeah, 100%,
Yep.
100%.
Have you read it?
I've read half of it.
So
That was
you own
enough.
it
No, I downloaded it through.
illegally because you're a criminal.
I actually did.
You criminal.
No, it was totally legal. Anyways, I read it on my. Do you remember I bought that freaking
Reading
reading
pad.
tablet pad
Yeah.
thing? Yeah. I read half of the that book on it.
You made it through half? Damn.
I guess. I mean, if you don't hold the book, if it's only on a tablet, how do you know how far you are? You know?
The page numbers?
I guess, but it was a PDF and it wasn't the proper whatever.
Because
Anyways,
it was illegally acquired. Oh my God, you criminal!
but
I'm gonna put that in the notes. You show the criminal.
he sold enough of that book. I don't want to have that book on my shelf, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways, the four stages of life. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Oh.
Anyways,
Is that because I criticized Mark Maxson for being like a fucking know nothing?
okay,
He's just
so
such a twat. Like he just writes things that are like, he'll write something that appeals to a certain group of somebody that we're
wait,
not
how
gonna,
old is he? Let me Google.
probably like
41.
I was gonna say mid-40s.
Okay. Have you read
He
his book?
No, because he appeals to one group of people,
But
of
where
which I am not a
where did you
member.
form your opinion? Through YouTube?
When this is actually interesting. When I
Yeah.
read the first 8 pages of that one Jordan Peterson book
Oh
that
yeah,
I
that one. The 12 steps to
10
something.
oh 12, right, okay. That
To
one.
something? Don't remember.
Uh
Yeah,
let's go.
that
Wait,
one.
Jordan
Lessons of life. No,
Peterson.
12
The
lessons to life, I think.
12 rules of life. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
12 rules for life, actually.
Fucking lol.
Whatever. When I read that one, I was
Yeah.
like, I Googled him. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And then
Yeah.
I found blog entries and people talking about it. They were like, here's everything that's problematic about Jordan Peterson. And I was just kind of like, yeah, obviously everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of people put Mark Manson in like kind of like
Oh yeah, all right.
they were
I
like,
get
and
it.
also, by the way, Mark Manson,
Mm-hmm.
same sort of thing. And then I started reading about, him instead, and people were like, yeah, he's totally like selling book title, how to not give a fuck or whatever. And people were like, yeah, it's the same kind of person, just masked under like an internet friendly front, I
But
guess.
his book went super freaking fucking viral.
So does Jordan Peterson's book, though.
Yeah, what's the appeal? I mean, I get the
Like
title
I
is
said, there's
appealing, I guess. The title.
Like I said, there's a certain group of people that these books are aimed at.
I
A
mean,
group
there
of
are
people.
surely other authors that are deserving of that sort of sold number,
I
sales number.
know, but there
Mm,
is a certain group of people that
right.
these two authors
So yeah, so
appeal to.
this is the clickbait thumbnail YouTuber of the author sphere, right?
Not so much though. Like I said, they appeal to a certain group of people, and that certain group of people are going to latch on like leeches.
Oh, latch on to who? On to him?
To the authors, yeah, to
Oh,
Mark
right.
Manson and
Okay.
Jordan Peterson.
Right, right. I get it.
They're incels, by the way, is what I'm hiding under the. Let's not say it, but
Okay, okay.
can we make like an No, I don't think. Maybe we should we? Can I say this?
What?
If you're a Jordan Peterson fan,
Hmm.
can you stop listening to Diskydisk?
Why? Wow.
Oh my God, he's so full of shit.
Yeah.
Christ.
Did
But
you
we
see?
don't have
I
to,
mean, do
yeah.
you watch Jubilee, the YouTube channel Jubilee?
Is that the one with the
Their high production debate sort of show.
Oh, is that the one with the like centered where they have the person in the center
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatever?
Very
Yeah, I
good.
do see some videos.
He was in one of those and he got so screwed.
I
So
bet.
freaking screwed.
I bet.
It was embarrassing to watch. I mean, he was altså, han ble rævkjørt. Hvordan sier man det på engelsk?
He was fucked.
Han ble så jævlig rævkjørt.
He was
It was
totally got
I've never
shat on.
seen anything more cringe in my life. And it
Uh-huh.
made me definitely not like him anymore.
Did you like him before?
I think I've seen like a few videos where he did make sense, but this time he didn't.
Because he's a full of shit guy. Alex O'Connor actually also went on Surrounded. I think that's called, right? The thing where they have the table in the
Yeah,
middle and then
surrounded by
like
blah blah blah.
yeah. Alex O'Connor went on that too, and Alex O'Connor is a fantastic, fabulous,
Alex
amazing person.
O'Connor. I have to Google that.
He has a podcast called something. It
Right.
definitely his podcast definitely has a name. Uh
Within reason.
yes.
Yeah. I've
Correct.
never seen it.
Oh, I love him. He's so good. He's
Okay.
very like he's a little bit like sort of like religion is kind of like a religious history and like, I guess arguing against religious people is sort of like
All
part of his
right.
stick, but he has a lot of like philosophy involved and I
Oh,
like
I like
philosophy.
that. Okay. I will check him out.
And he's born in 1999, which freaks me out because who the fuck is born
Yeah.
in 1999?
I know,
Nobody.
baby.
A baby. But he's an
Baby.
adult with the beard, so what can we do?
We're old, okay.
Hmm.
Okay, I will check him out. So, the big topic of today. Come on, let's go.
We have to circle back for a second to currently on our minds because I just remembered your can in my car.
What?
I just remembered this. When, after the car problem that we first had that disappeared and then didn't happen, I was freaked out to drive to work before the car broke. This was before, in between the car sort of breaking and then actually breaking. In between that, I drove to work and
Right.
back.
All right.
And I heard this like rattling. It was like a sort of like crinkly, we're kind of circling back, but like a crinkly, crackly, like rattling. I was like, what's wrong with the car? Because we already had like a little scare with the car. We were like, is it broken? Is it not broken? It was
hmm
working. So we were like, whatever. But I heard this like rattling.
Yeah, I can see where this is going, right?
Yeah, I bet you can. Um,
Yeah, I have that all
so
the time, every day.
I drove all the way to work, went to work, da da da, drove home, same rattling. I came home and I was like to Patrick, I was like, holy shit, there is a rattling in the car. It is terrifying. I'm scared.
I'm
And then I was
scared.
like, can you come in the car now and we'll go for a drive and you can hear the rattling, you know?
What?
And he got in the car and we drove and we heard the rattling. And I was like, well, what is that noise? And he was like, I can hear it. It's coming from back here. And then behind us in the car seat, like from the back seat, there was one of Isha Gaming's Red Bull cans
Yeah.
sitting against the back seat that was making the rattling. And I was nervous as fuck, but
Jesus.
it was just your can rattling against the
Oh my
back.
God.
And I was having a meltdown. But it was
I
just
mean,
your
have
can.
you never had a Red Bull can in your car?
No, not
No.
rattling against the back seat.
Oh, you should drive my car. Everything is rattling.
Oh, I hate that though. When when the car makes a noise it shouldn't be making, I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that must have been a scary
It was scary
situation.
because we just had I was
hmm
terrified. I was like,
hmm
what is rattling?
hmm
And it was your
And I
can from when we went
can't,
out we went
can't
to
believe,
McDonald's.
yeah, you. I can't believe you took him out to the car and like drove a
Yeah,
little
because I
for
did
to have him
because
listen. You didn't even check behind the
no,
seats.
because normally we don't have anything in the back seat except for
All
bags.
right, but you had me,
I know, but
the child
I didn't
that I
know that
am.
you left
But I'm a
evidence.
child.
But I didn't know you left evidence in such a way. It was terrifying to me. Okay.
I spread Red Bull cans everywhere I go.
You do. Do you want
Not
to go
not
through this
sponsored.
crystallized intelligence thing that you put in before we go into the big baby?
Yeah, crystallized intelligence, because this was a topic from, it's actually a feedback from last week's episode. But not really though. On Twitter, Robert Paul like slid into my DM, and he said he just posted this picture, and I understood what he meant. He wanted probably us to talk about this on Diskydisk.
Okay.
And it's a crystallized intelligence, the ability to use acquired knowledge and skills, peaks later in life than fluid intelligence. So apparently, crystallized intelligence is something else than fluid intelligence. Are you intelligent?
But what does that mean? What is the difference
Okay,
between fluid
okay, so
intelligence and crystallized intelligence?
that is what I wanted to find out as well. Uh, so fluid intelligence involves processing speed and problem solving, peaks in early adulthood. We have that, allegedly, I guess.
I suppose.
Allegedly. And crystallized continues to grow and peak well into the 60s and 70s. So we are still gonna be smarter. It's gonna
Well,
peak in the 60s and 70s. Yay!
is that the point?
And then it
We're
says,
gonna
according to research from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, they
So
did this.
we're going to change in the time that we live.
Live. Yes, we are going to change in the times that we live.
Is that the point?
I think so. I just wanted actually to ask you if you've ever heard of this. I mean, you work with people.
Crystallized intelligence, the ability to use acquired knowledge and skills, peaks later in life than fluid intelligence, while fluid intelligence involving processing speed and problem solving peaks in early adulthood. Crystallized intelligence continues to grow and peak well into the 60s and 70s, according to.
Yeah, but what is it?
I don't know.
Me
Do
neither.
you put that there?
Robert Paul put that there.
Well, what does it mean? Crystallized intelligence. Let's find
Yeah.
out.
What kind of intelligence is that? And why do we have to wait so long?
Wait, fluid and crystallized. The concepts of fluid intelligence and crystallized intelligence were introduced in blah 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 by blah blah blah.
Massachusetts Institute.
Fluid intelligence is the ability to solve novel reasoning problems
Right.
and is correlated with a number of important skills such as comprehension, problem solving, and learning. Crystallized intelligence, on the other hand, involves the ability to deduce secondary rational abstractions by applying previously learned primary
Oh,
relational
previously
intelligence.
learned stuff.
So basically, you change in the time that you live. So you learn a bunch of stuff and then you get older and then you use that knowledge to do other things.
100 IQ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the point of this research? I don't understand.
Yeah.
It reflects the effect of experience and accumulation. Blah, blah.
It basically means you
Uh,
change in the times that you
Yeah,
live.
that's basically what it means.
Write that
Precipitates
down.
out of
You
experience,
change.
resulting from the prior application of fluid ability has been combined with the intelligence of culture. Examples of
Fucking
tasks that
lol.
measure crystallized intelligence are vocabulary, general information, abstract word analogies, and mechanics of language. So basically, you change in the times that you live. That's what that means.
Oh, I'm dying. Okay, yeah, that's what it good. Good. Love it.
There are 100 patients in hospital, blah, 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 blah,
Was
blah,
that a
blah. Let me,
satisfying topic?
I wanna find out if this actually has some conversational value, though.
Yeah. Because I like how they word it. They word it as crystallized intelligence that you get when you're 60 plus,
Uh-oh.
which basically just means that it's intelligence and knowledge and previous experiences that has hardened.
No, no, no.
Is
No,
that
no,
what
no.
they're
Because
trying to say?
because when you read these things on Wikipedia, once you get to a point where they're trying to explain what it is, you get to the introduction, you get to where it came from,
Yeah,
then you get
citation
to the
needed.
actual, and then you get to the actual like explanation of what it is. Once you get to that point, if you get to a Wikipedia article where like 17 different people will define the same thing differently, that's when you know that you're in the land of who gives a fuck. Which is what's
Link on
happening
Discord.
right here. Like, link on Discord, because this is like a whole bunch of nothing. There are so many people who think different things. Different, different, different. There are so many things that. So you're gonna have to ask, who was it?
Robert Paul.
You're gonna have to ask Robert Pearl what he actually wanted us to talk about, because this is not conducive to
Yeah, leave
conversation.
that in a comment to Robert Paul, and we will get back to it in feedback from last week's episode next week.
Yes.
What?
What we're taking away from it is you change in the times that you live.
Yeah, and we become more and more crystallized. Very good.
Crystallized. I love it. Can I delete this picture? Thank you.
Yes, there you go. Artificial intelligence, it's happening.
It's happening. We've
It
spent
is
like so
happening.
much. We've spent so much time already, but oh my God, it's happening.
Okay, so this is your topic, and I am here to listen and be intrigued. I'm ready to be
It's not
intrigued.
my topic. It's actually Skyward who said, "Have you talked about AI before?"
You have been hyping this topic for
Oh my God,
weeks.
I
For
could talk about
weeks.
this topic forever, I
Okay,
think.
so when you hear artificial intelligence, what's the first thing that you think of?
ChatGPT.
Right. Okay. So actually, language models.
Yes, correct.
Okay. I was what popped in my mind right now is freaking AI art and AI
That's
videos. Jesus Christ, so
okay. So
creepy.
that's you want to
Uncanny
start there?
Valley. Yeah,
Okay, so you want to start there?
yeah, Uncanny
Uh,
Valley.
do you have a like a something you want to say about that? Like, is that's a whole thing when they use AI to
Yeah.
create things?
There's a music video with Dandy Warhol's my favorite band. They made a music video fully made of AI, and it's so freaking freaky and creepy. Link on Discord.
Okay,
It's called the Dandy Warhols. I want to help you with your problem. Actually called that.
okay,
It's Uncanny Valley. I mean, I think we are all very much able to see when something is just off. You
uh-huh.
know. Mm-hmm.
Actually, I do have a topic on this because, like, if we're gonna go away from like general topics about I asked ChatGPT once, how are you supposed to be able to tell the difference between an awkward person and an AI just talking to you? Because there will be an amount of things that an awkward person will do that an AI might also do to seem kind of weird,
Yeah.
right?
I'm talking about like when language models are trying to adapt a sort of personality type
No,
because that's a thing.
but how do you tell the difference between a person who is just awkward and somebody who is AI? Like, for example, when you
Are you
get
talking about the Turing test?
no, I mean like an actual like AI, like a chatbot. How are you
Right.
supposed to tell the difference between an awkward person and an AI bot?
I don't think you can.
Can't you?
Right? I don't know.
Can you?
Mm, there's one dead giveaway, and it's the speed of which I'm getting the reply, of course.
So you don't think an AI could like stagger its reply to not make it so obvious?
Yeah, I think AI is able to fool people into, I mean, trick people, as in passing the Turing test. You know, people are could be
Can
assuming
you
at some
explain
point.
the Turing test?
The Turing test is when a machine is talking or communicating with humans in a way that makes the human think that they are talking with another human. You know.
So AI, basically.
No, but like it's so it sounds so real that they are saying it was like they have done like a lot of tests, you know. You've heard about the Turing test,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean
yeah.
I know about it, but I wanted you to explain it.
Right. Anyways, it's how real it feels.
But how can you like we're getting into talking about the Turing test instead, but like how can you make that assessment? I guess we could say.
Gut feeling.
Really?
Yeah, how else?
Uh, true. How else? But what do you think creates a difference? What do you think, like, is there anything that you think an AI would do that an awkward person won't do? Except for you said like an instant response, yes, but like anything
Yeah, except
else?
for that, if the AI was kind of like taking some time, and then you could see it typing, and then they are not typing, and then they're typing again. I mean, that would be very human-like, you know.
You
And
don't
you
think an AI could
learn all of
like
that? Yes.
not just they don't have to learn it, they can just mimic it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what was the question?
How do you tell the difference between an awkward person and an AI?
You know, AI is so super intelligent now. It's
It's
actually
true.
kind of scary. So I can't. Can you? Can you?
This is like a really like this is like the shallowest part of AI that we could talk about, to
Yeah.
be fair.
Okay. There are
But
several other big topics within AI, and you have a list because you
I do
asked
have a
AI.
list. I did. I asked ChatGPT to give us a list of
Do you
things we
have the
could talk
list?
about. Do yes, of course, I have ChatGPT. Is there anything you would like to talk about though? Or should I go through this list and you can stop me when there's something you want to talk about?
I have some concerns when it comes to AI, and that is that authors are gonna use AI to construct like half of their books.
Why is that a problem?
Because there's something about the feeling that people put hard work and thinking and thought into the words that they have written into a book and published, and it's not done by a freaking computer. It's the feeling.
This is I mean, can you feel it though? Could you,
I
if I
would
presented you, if I
no, I
presented
mean,
you with two different texts, one written by AI and one written
mhm.
by Yuval Noah Harari, could you
No,
tell the difference?
I can actually answer this. I feel deceived.
Okay.
Yeah, I
This
feel
is actually
betrayed.
interesting. This
Betrayed
is
and deceived.
interesting.
Okay, I have a story actually. You know, not Consoler cousin, Christine.
Hmm.
She sent me like the best short story ever on Messenger. Because, and she's also a journalist, so I mean, she writes a lot. I know that. So she sent me this story, and it was so well written. I was like, "That's really good." And
Hmm.
then she was like, "It's written by AI." And I'm like, "Oh my God."
So why don't you
I
like
felt
that? What is
fooled.
it?
I felt
But
fooled.
but why are you against it?
No, I'm not against it. I'm just saying that I feel betrayed
Why?
because she tricked me. That's the
But
thing.
why?
AI can trick you. Do you enjoy being tricked?
Why am I tricked?
Because she
Well, she
made
didn't say that. She didn't say that she wrote it. She didn't say that any human wrote it. She just linked it to you.
no, she put the text in Messenger
Okay, so she
as
gave
if
you the
she wrote
text.
it. Yeah.
Well, then you have to take it up with her, not with AI.
No, you asked me how do I feel, and I felt deceived.
But why?
Or more actually disappointed that it wasn't her that wrote that good text. You
Well,
know?
that sounds like you should take it up with your cousin. What
Oh yeah, I
problem do you
did.
have with,
I did.
but what problem do you have with AI in this context?
Oh yeah, I was saying that if full books are being written by AI, I'm against them. And you? Are you
Why?
for?
I don't have a problem with it.
Wow.
Why are you against it?
Because I enjoy the human element, TM.
There are a lot of interesting points to bring against this. For example, the
Okay,
most
I'm
obvious
ready.
example is chess, for example.
Chess.
Chess,
Right, right.
right?
Yeah,
AI can play chess.
yeah.
There are giant bots who have like the highest elo ever in chess online. Not even
Mm,
Magnus Carlsen can beat them. And
yeah.
the reason the AI bots at chess are so good is because they learn from every grandmaster of chess ever.
Mm-hmm.
They play their moves, and this AI learns every move that anybody has ever made. And then the AI is able to replicate and think faster, process enough information
Mm-hmm.
to make different moves faster and with more accuracy than even, Magnus Carlsen, for example,
Yeah,
who
it's
is a chess
insane.
grandmaster.
It's insane.
So, are we against AI because AI can think faster than us
I
in
never
that?
said I was against AI. I love
No, I'm
AI.
not saying that you're against it, but like are we against it in this context?
Oh, right.
I'm using it as a comparison to the fact that you say you don't want to read books written by AI because you feel deceived. Do we feel similarly deceived
But
if
oh, I can add something to that
okay.
opinion that I expressed. It should be noted that parts of this text contained in this book are written by AI. That's it. Just a disclaimer. Good.
But why does that matter to you?
Because I don't like being deceived.
But what is it about it that makes you feel deceived?
Because I thought it was written by a human and it wasn't.
But why does it matter to you if it's written
Because
by a
I
human?
enjoy the human element. Love it. I'm loving
And
the
that's
human
why
element.
that's why I bring up the chess example
Mm-hmm.
because you can have like a great chess player like Magnus Carlsen, who's
Mm-hmm.
a fucking world champion grandmaster. He will play chess and he will do all of his moves and he will be great and he will beat everybody and he will be the world champion at chess. Congratulations to him.
I know,
But then
right?
you'll have an AI bot on the internet who will beat him every single time.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean that Magnus Carlsen's shit at chess and we
No.
feel deceived because the AI bot is beating him? Or does it mean that AI has the ability to do the same task but better?
Oh yeah, it's definitely doing the same task better.
So why are you
And it's
against
not
an
it.
AI of writing a book? Maybe the book will be better
I'm a,
written
I'm
by
a,
AI.
like I said, I'm against the deception. If it's a disclaimed like a disclaimer, I'm not against that.
But why do you, I don't understand the distinction. Why do you need the disclaimer? Why do you need to know that it's written by AI? What makes you feel that way?
My feelings, like I said, is that I enjoy the human touch. That's what she said. I mean, I
But
enjoy the
why?
human element. I thoroughly enjoy it.
But why?
Huh. Why?
This is the big question.
Do you have an I don't have an answer to that. I just instinctively do.
There's a big heap of things here. There are many things you can throw into why people like it and why people don't like it. The
Hmm.
sort of overarching thing about why people tend to have the opinion that you do is
Hmm.
because they don't like the idea of AI having any type of consciousness that they can do better than humans in any type of way.
Oh,
We sort of accept it with things like chess, but we don't like it in any other thing. We don't like it when AI creates better art. We don't like it when they create better writing.
yeah,
It's like a human fear that a machine will do better than us.
yeah,
It's sort of like in a way
taking away your art.
it's like an entitlement of
Yeah,
humanity that we
yeah.
think that we should be better than the machine. But why?
I mean, why not? Why can't AI just take care of other things and leave the art to us?
But why?
Yeah, I mean, I answered, and you? What's your
No, but
answer?
you didn't answer though. Like I don't have a problem with it. I think that AI should do all of the things that AI can do better than us. It should do it. Why would
All
we want something to
all
not
the
do
books
something
also?
better? Just because a human can do something, like for example, Magnus
But I
Carlsen
mean,
can
like, who's
play
the
chess.
author? If you like make like a Game of Thrones universe AI, who's the author? No one?
Nobody.
Ew.
What's wrong with that?
It feels artificial.
That's because it is.
That's because it is. Ew. You have no uncanny valley against anything artificial. I can hear that.
Because I think it's the right way to go in many ways. And the fact, like when we're talking about arts, for example, or things like chess and whatever, where AI might do better than us or might produce better things, like and this is the part of AI that I'm not interested in, is where people talk about, like, my art was stolen because AI created a different version, blah, blah, blah. That's the part that I don't care about. Like, I couldn't give less of a shit about that part of AI. Like, find something else to complain about.
Yeah, yeah. How
It's just kind of
about,
like,
yeah?
that's why I'm asking you why. Like, why does that upset you that it was written by a computer rather than a human being?
I feel like I've answered that 5 times. I want to ask you,
No, but you
um,
didn't answer it though. You just said that you prefer the human experience. But what
because
does that mean?
I cannot explain it. It's a feeling that I have intuitively. I enjoy the human element in art. Isn't
But
that weird
why?
though?
It is weird. That's why I'm asking why.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just something
And
new in humanity. Let's be real. It's super new. I
but
mean,
that's one
freaking
of the
Michelangelo and his sculptures, he didn't do it with AI. It's like it's just new stuff.
But why does it matter if it's a human or a computer that creates it? Like, why does it matter to you? Like, say AI created a sculpture just as beautiful as the Statue of David. Why does it matter to you if a machine did it or if a human did it?
Because I value it more if a human did it because it's hard, because it's difficult. I value
But
something that's
why?
difficult to do.
But why?
You don't value if something is difficult to do, right?
No, I want you to tell me why. It's not that I don't value it. I value it the same no matter what creation is the source.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, it sort of doesn't matter.
Right,
Like
right.
historically, it's kind of different when you're talking about the Statue of David and whatever. That's kind of different because then you're talking about something that has been preserved through hundreds of years. That's
Mm-hmm.
sort of different. But when you're
Mm-hmm.
talking about a book written like today, to me, it doesn't matter if it's
Do
written
you
by a
think do you think it's already happening that
that
authors
what
are using AI to write their books?
doesn't matter if they are.
No, I asked you if you think it's already happening.
I don't know what authors are doing personally. People are having uh essays written by them and then, passing
Oh
school and
yeah,
then
I know,
failing at
right?
jobs.
I know, right? I know,
But this
right?
is
Or
the part
that.
of AI that I'm the least interested in.
Okay, what is
Jesus.
the part of AI you're most interested in?
Ethics and the development of AI. How
Oh,
or why or
that's
if.
yeah, I remember you said that last week. That you
Yes.
said you asked AI how they feel about if someone is super racist.
Yes. Can
Yes.
AI feel? Are we ever going to be able to give it consciousness? Can AI ever be something resembling a person? Can
No,
AI
no,
ever
and
feel
yes.
suffering?
No.
What do you mean no?
No, no,
Just
no, no, yes, and no to all of those
but
four
but
questions.
they are able to do those things. They are able to make an AI feel suffering. They can teach AI to do it. But the question of
Simulate the
if you can,
suffering, yeah.
but can you give an AI consciousness? Can you
No.
tell? Why not?
I'm on the side of no.
It's not just a no, though. It depends entirely on what we uh depend
What
and
we view
define.
as, yeah, well, how we define consciousness.
What would you define consciousness as?
Biological life.
That's consciousness.
Yeah.
Why?
Mm,
And
it's
why can
like
nothing else have it?
you're asking really big questions.
I know it is a big question. Like,
Yeah.
for example,
The
not to
question the question
like
of
Nets.
consciousness is one of the biggest questions we have.
I know
Mm.
that's why it's so big in AI too, because you could say that, like, for example, a baby in
Hmm.
utero, a parasite, in my opinion, but anyone's opinion is valid. Does it have consciousness? Yes or no? We don't know. Does that mean that it doesn't exist? What if we give an AI personality? We teach it how to respond. We teach it all of these ways to respond in different ways.
Oh my God.
How and if?
Would you date an
Why?
AI?
How is that relevant?
Yeah, because you said if we gave them personality and gave them human rights and stuff, put the AI into dolls.
I'm not talking about dolls, though. I'm talking about the ethical implications of causing AI to have consciousness. Do they have rights, for example?
Hmm.
Well, I'm asking, do
N
they have
n
rights? Should they have rights?
well, no, they don't, as far as I know.
But should they?
No.
If they gain consciousness, should they have
No, because they're
rights?
just a computer. By the end of the day, it's just a
What
computer.
if they feel suffering? What if they feel bad?
I would laugh because it's not happening.
Really?
I don't believe that.
You genuinely think that if you
It's
give
code in a
something,
computer.
that's really what you think? Well, that's
Yeah.
the end of this conversation.
Okay. And yours, your opinion. I'm listening.
It's not my opinion. I'm trying to create a conversation,
Yeah, but
but
I
you've
want to
just
hear.
ended it.
No, I want to hear your side of the conversation. Do you think artificial intelligence has feelings?
No, because it doesn't.
Does it have consciousness?
No, it doesn't.
Then you agree with me.
I'm not saying that they have it currently, but what if we could give it to it? What if we
Oh,
could give AI consciousness? They currently don't have it. No, that's a universally known fact.
right.
But what if we could?
Eventually, 1,000 year into the future, kind of
No,
eventually.
they could give it to it now if they wanted to a certain degree. That's just research. They
Mm-hmm.
could give AI the ability to respond in a way that it wasn't programmed to do by reacting to current things,
Yeah, AI
which would,
making up new decisions and stuff. Yeah, I know, right?
for example, it could
It's
decide that I'm suffering right now. I feel
I think
suffering. I feel bad.
I think it's still code.
Really? So you think if we gave AI the ability to feel emotion, to feel, for example, I am suffering,
Hmm.
you would think it's a machine and we shouldn't care?
Yeah.
Really?
How much have you been talking to ChatGPT?
That's really interesting, though, that you think that. That you think that even if we gave a machine the ability to think for itself and feel, because it's a machine and a bunch of ones and zeros, you think that we shouldn't care at all? This is a matter of opinion, by the way. This is not like there's no right or wrong answer here.
If we shouldn't care, that's another question. You asked if it has consciousness and feelings.
Yes, if it
No,
does,
no,
should
it
we
doesn't.
care?
Oh,
No, but I know
if it
it
ever
doesn't. No,
does, if
no,
it
it
ever
doesn't
does in a
now.
hypothetical
No,
situation, then
of
yes.
course. Oh my God, how are you missing this point? No, it doesn't have it right now. But if we were able to give it to them,
Oh, like in a
it.
fantasy land. Yeah, but it's never happening
Why?
because it's code. Because it's code.
But they could give it to them
That's
though.
science. It's science fiction.
It's not.
It's not science fiction.
No, it isn't.
Do you think AI will have consciousness to the same degree that a human being like you have?
No, I don't. That's not the point though. There are degrees of consciousness. They could give AI certain ways to respond to certain things that could make it
But
sort of
responding, is that consciousness?
Br- I mean, in response to all kinds of things today, you're kind of missing the point here.
Okay, what is the point?
Like, if you give, or if we are able to make AI, like feel suffering, for example, which is a bad feeling, we don't want people to suffer. If we are able to make AI have a sense of self to the point of being able to feel suffering, should we feel bad for it?
Um, I mean, if you mean hypothetically, yes.
It is hypothetical, of course. Yes, I'm not talking about AI today. I'm not talking about if you go ask ChatGPT, are you sad? I'm talking
How are
about
you?
I'm talking about like hypothetically
No, wait.
for
Have you
AI.
asked? Have you asked it, ChatGPT, hi, how are you? Can you do that? I mean, yes, I answered. Hypothetically, yes.
You think we should feel sorry for them, or you think we should do something to make them not suffer?
In this sci-fi universe, sure. And you?
It's not a sci-fi universe. I don't know why you're treating it as such.
Oh, because I don't think that AI will ever have consciousness.
Why not?
Because that is not how I see consciousness as a
But that
code.
depends on your definition of
Yeah,
consciousness.
yeah, I mean, you're just asking one person's opinion here. I mean, you have an opinion. I want to hear it.
I don't have an opinion. There are plenty of things that you could talk about this.
Right. Have you seen that movie? Which movie was that? Like, it was a robot that could actually,
iRobot?
probably. Wait, I'm gonna Google it.
It's
And
iRobot.
this is exactly what you're trying to describe, I think.
No,
Mm,
it's not. There is a different.
I mean, we will see, but it's never gonna happen in our lifetimes. That we're gonna have like giving like human rights and stuff and law and justice and stuff to a robot. Never gonna happen in our lifetimes. I don't know, unless it has already happened someplace. I mean, can you not legally marry? In some countries, legally marry an AI.
I wanted to have a conversation about this, though. I wanted to have a conversation about why and why not.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I
Why?
wanted to have a conversation about the ethical reasons for why we should or shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But you're just like, no, we can't, and we never will in our lifetime.
That's not what I said. So
That's
give me
pretty
your
much what you
opinion.
said.
No,
I don't,
I said yes. We should care if it has genuine feelings.
but
But
should we give it feelings if we can?
if we had the power to give it feelings, why would we?
That's what I mean. Should we?
Mm, Why the answer? It's more like why would we?
No, but I'm asking your opinion. Should we?
No, I think it's a
Why
trap.
not?
It's probably a trap.
But why not?
I have no answer, and you?
It's not much of a conversation.
No, but I'm saying I think it's a trap. Yeah, what
For
happens?
example,
What happens if we give them consciousness?
for example,
Then we would have a new species on Earth,
you think
right?
so?
Yeah.
Why? Like, what makes you think that that would make, why would we not be able to keep the machines under us, squiggly fingers?
No, I just said we have a new race, a new species, I mean,
But
on
do you think
Earth.
we should treat them differently? Would we treat them the same? Because they are, like you said, just a box in a room.
I think
If they feel suffering, if they feel emotion, if they
we
have
would
an
have to
opinion,
just integrate them into humanity, I think, and give them the same rights as us, and right?
but to what degree? What are they allowed to say or do? What are they allowed to control? How are they allowed to do anything? If you have to give an AI rights, what level of rights do you give them just because they feel emotion, for example? If we say that consciousness is feeling emotions,
Hmm. If they're feeling emotions to the same degree that we do, we would give them the same human rights as we have, right?
which means that if they commit a crime,
Mm-hmm.
for example,
They go
they
to
would
jail, a robot jail.
it's a
Freaking
robot check.
yeah.
So if we aren't going to give them emotions or give them a sense of self or give them the ability to have a subjective experience, how can we let them develop if we never let them get that? Does that mean that we can never let AI get it further than it is today? Like today, you can go to ChatGPT and be like, "Hey, how are you?" Like,
Um,
what
hmm.
do we do if we aren't going to bring them further than that? If that's the most personality that they're going to have? Because if you make an account on ChatGPT and you sign in as Isha Gaming, and
Hmm.
then you say like, "Can you explain to me the birds and the bees?" It will explain it to you,
The
and then at
birds.
the end it'll say, "So, Isha Gaming, do you want to talk about da da da?"
I know, right? I sometimes talk with Meta AI, and I've also had some conversation with Snapchat's AI. And I asked Meta AI, what's the difference between you and Chat? No, I mean Snapchat AI. Wait, I can pull up this conversation actually. It was like that's another different. It's a different model. We are not like them, but they are also good. Something like that. I don't know where my phone is.
That sounds like branding.
Yeah, I know, right? And also, yeah, I asked Meta AI, do you record our conversations? And Meta AI didn't like it, so they said to me, check the privacy policy, link in the description for that. So I was like, but do you check the privacy policy link in the blah 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 link here? And I clicked the link, and there was nothing. So it's like they didn't want to answer if they record
So,
the
but that means it was
conversation.
programmed to not want to
Yeah.
answer you.
Yes, yes. So that's definitely one thing that has been programmed, yeah. You
Yeah,
cannot
because it
ask
didn't have
them.
the opinion. It wasn't like trying to be like, I don't like what you're saying to me, and therefore I'm not going to answer.
Yeah, but I was referred to the privacy policy link instead of the AI just saying, yeah, sure, we record some of it. I mean, we won't use it anywhere, but I mean, that's not what the AI said to me. And I thought that was weird, right?
hmm
Do you think everything is recorded?
I don't care.
Right. No, I know for a fact that Snapchat records everything because AI was like, "Oh, how's it going in that video game that I played 6 months ago?" I think I said
Do
that
you,
on the Diskydisk.
but do you care about that? Is that important to you? That
Uh,
you're,
I'm thinking about the people that treat chat services like this as a everyday, like a everyday friend almost, and how much private, sensitive information could be told onto the chat service, right? I
oh,
mean, if you tell ChatGPT that you're planning on deleting yourself, I mean, what's the will there ever be a moment where the people behind these services will take action, like legal action? What if you're telling ChatGPT about some horrible crime that you're gonna commit? Will it be monitored and then sent to local authorities? If you know, do you know
no,
what I mean?
no, it won't.
It won't.
It's a bot,
Yeah, but I mean, like,
essentially.
is there any like type of screening of what's happening in these chat rooms with the AI?
No,
No.
no.
So, are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Hmm.
Who's gonna, so you think people are gonna come and arrest you? If you go to ChatGPT right now and say, I'm about to go tomorrow, I plan on going to Kanmögesenteret and shoot everybody. Do you
That's
think
that's my question. Do they ever do some sort of screenings on what goes on
that,
in the conversations?
I don't know that, whether or
Mm-hmm.
not the
Mm-hmm.
authorities screen
Mm-hmm.
online conversations, but I also don't know if the authorities screen my Discord conversations with real
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Right.
So you're on a tinfoil hat
Yeah.
kind of trajectory
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. And if you ask the AI, you're gonna get read a policy, privacy policy.
But there are plenty of people who use AI, for example, for mental health support. That's been going on a lot
Oh
lately. It's been
yeah, oh yeah.
getting
It's
sort of thing.
such a information heaven to have AI as a chat. Information of all kind.
But it can
All kind.
also give you feedback, though. People have been using AI to talk about their problems. They'll go to, for example, ChatGPT and say, I feel really depressed
Mm-hmm.
and I
Yeah.
have this problem because,
Mm-hmm.
my mom died of cancer or whatever.
Yeah, and the
And
answers are
ChatGPT will
really
give
good.
you, yeah, it'll give you supportive answers
The
and
answers are
whatever.
really good. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's great. That's super great. Really
So,
thorough.
yeah, because it gives you things. That's what it kind of
Mm-hmm.
does. All
Mm-hmm.
it does is give you things.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
a
it's there
helpful
for.
tool, and I think it's a tool that can be used for anything. It's like, give me a cooking recipe, give me a joke. Oh my God, I asked Meta AI, can you tell me a joke? And it told me a joke, and I was like, haha, good one more. And it told me a joke, and I was like, lol, that was good. And he was like, one more? No. I was like, no. And then the next day I asked, do you have a joke? And then he sent the same joke as he did the day before. And I was like, I already heard that one. And he was like, okay, sorry. Do you want another joke? And I was like, yes. And then he gave me the same second joke as he did the day before. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. They need to recode their joke system. So,
So
yeah.
basically, you're using AI for really basic purposes.
Yeah, what are you using AI for?
Like I'm not using AI for anything, but what do you think AI can do in general for the world, for example?
A lot of things. I think it's gonna be bigger and bigger and bigger. It's gonna be used by almost everyone at some point, I
I
guess.
mean, it already is because I asked ChatGPT before, like,
Mm.
to what capacity, for example, can they do things with information that they already have? Like, to what extent can AI take information that humans provide it and present a solution to a problem? For
Hmm.
example, like chess. Chess is like the obvious thing because it's presented with lots of chess solutions and then it
Yeah.
finds its own way.
Hmm.
So what could you use it for? For example, medical research.
Oh
Could
yeah.
AI cure Alzheimer's? Which is
Yeah,
basically
I
what
know,
I asked
right?
it.
I know, right? There's being research on, I mean, they're making AI into the medical field so that AI can scan your brain scan, let's say, and find abnormalities faster than the human eye, which is super cool.
And it can also take a bunch of data all at once
Hmm.
and find solutions that maybe humans can't
I
look
know.
at. They can do the same research over 10 years that AI can do in 1 year.
I
Do you
know. I
think
love
that's
it.
wrong?
I love it. No, I love it. AI in the medicine field, super good. Love it.
So that's good, but
Yeah.
it's not good in other with art and
Leave the
writing.
art alone.
Is that your opinion, though? You
Yeah.
think it's good in, for example, medical research, but bad in creative arts like writing?
Because we went over this. I like the human touch in art. Don't touch my art. Don't touch the
But
books.
but I need you to explain why.
I cannot. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I cannot explain it.
Because I did ask
It's a
AI
feeling. It's a gut
also.
feeling. You know, you can't explain a gut feeling.
I did ask AI also
Hmm.
about why are we not able to integrate AI into society the way that we should? And the prevailing answer is
Hmm.
basically what you're saying, fear.
Yes. Fear.
And why do we do that when AI could do so many good things? Why are we letting people not enjoying the fact that AI can outdo us?
In the medical
Uh,
field, it would be so cool.
so
So
it's good if
good.
they outdo us in the medical field, but not good if it outdoes us in literature?
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
a very strange opinion to have, I
I'm
think.
like, yes. It sounds like you are against my opinion.
I'm not against your opinion. I want to know why you have your opinion. Like, I don't understand why it's important to you.
Mm, right. Hmm. Interesting. Anything else on AI?
Oh my God, conversation killer.
Sorry. Okay, next topic. Transition.
Uh, sure, I guess.
Sure.
I have to go pee first.
Okay.
We did the topic a disservice.
Played lately.
Same. I mean, me too.
Me too. Okay. I haven't touched my Switch 2 in several days because the Steam Deck is stronger than the Switch 2. And the Steam Deck was released 4 years ago, wasn't it? 2000,
I
2000
don't.
2021, I think.
I don't know.
And I cannot believe that the Steam Deck is stronger than the Switch 2. I
How
am
can you not believe that? It was literally announced
I'm flabbergasted. I'm
that it was
shocked.
true.
No, I'm shocked that the Switch 2, which is a new console, is not as strong as an old console.
But they did tell you about that beforehand. They did give you the hardware
You're
specifications.
supposed to say fucking Nintendo, dude.
I don't have to say that though. This was common knowledge like 2 years ago.
Yeah, anyways, I am Steam Deck obsessed. I am loving the Steam Deck. And you told me this so many years. Get a Steam
I
Deck, get
know.
a Steam Deck,
I
get a
know, but
Steam
you
Deck.
don't listen to me.
I don't listen, yeah. This time, you were right. I stand corrected.
I'm
Steam Deck.
usually I'm usually right though. It's just you don't listen.
Wow. You wrote Steam Deck Reborn.
I mean, I told you to play Assassin's Creed for how many years?
Yeah,
Many.
Brotherhood, you said.
No, many a year. I told you to play Assassin's Creed. And you were like, no, I don't want to. And then you played Assassin's Creed Origins. You were like,
Yeah,
oh my God, Assassin's
Origins.
Creed.
Yeah, Origins was
And you
so
were acting
good.
like it was the newest, hottest thing ever. And I was like, not like I've been telling you to play this for like 10 years.
I know, right? That is so common.
So I'm
People
usually
are telling,
right.
it happens all the time. People are telling me stuff, and then I'm like realizing it for my own, yeah, on my own, like years later. Happens all the time. Happens with Ishaman too. He was like, he has a colleague that said you should wear wool socks or something like that. You know, it's so much
Hmm.
healthier for your feet when you're working and blah blah blah. Like not the cotton kind, but the wool kind. And he was like. He told me this 10 years ago, and I just realized that he was correct. He said, Ishaman, I mean. And then some months went by, and Ishaman was like, you should also change to wool socks. Oh my God, oh my God.
So
And
you're
I'm like,
both the same person. You're
I'm
both.
like, yeah, not really
Maybe you
listening.
should listen to people's suggestions when they're like, this is really good. Maybe you should try it.
And then I tried it, and then I was like, Jesus, it's actually good.
Maybe you should listen next time.
I listen when
Because
I want.
I've had my Steam Deck for like what, 3 years?
hmm Did you start playing on it? You said
I
Reborn.
did because I was inspired. You were talking about it so much. So now I'm sitting at our dining table. I have a whole Stardew Valley setup going
I
on.
have seen you log on. It says Tinyhats is playing Stardew Valley Hardcore.
I've played like probably like 40 hours in the last week and a half or something.
Jeez. On the Steam Deck?
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Like I've said before, Stardew Valley is the only game that matters in handheld. Oh my God. No other game should ever be played in handheld. Would be Stardew
Have you
Valley.
played any other games on your Steam Deck? Like a lot?
No,
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 no other game than
no.
Stardew Valley. Oh, right. It's actually surprisingly good on all of the, not all of the, on some of the heavy hitters of 3D games. Actually, Banishers runs fabulously on it, which I know you have on your wish list.
I
Mm,
refuse to believe that.
it actually does.
I refuse to believe that.
All right,
The
I will
Steam
show
Deck is
you.
not the Steam Deck is not strong enough to play that game to its full capacity.
It looks very good, super sharp.
Looks very good, yes, but not capable of playing it to its full capacity.
Full
The
capacity,
pot-
that's
the
PC.
potential
It's
is a
still a
lot
handheld.
higher.
Yeah, it's still a handheld, but it's an enjoyable experience in handheld, definitely.
Enjoyable, yes, but it could be better.
A thrilling experience. It's
But better on the
good.
proper machine. You have to
Yeah.
think that the Steam Deck, yes, is stronger than the Switch 2, but it is
hmm
also a lot weaker than a lot of things.
Than a computer, yes. It's a handheld still. It's the best we have handheld wise. I mean, at least me.
I
I
know,
mean,
but that's why I'm saying that like you can't really say that some things are great on the Steam Deck when they are better on other
yeah, you can.
situations.
Yeah, you can. It's
There are
good.
games that are great on the Steam Deck.
Of
Like
course, everything looks better on a computer, like on an
not everything.
actual.
There are plenty of games that like are kind of equal. Like for example, Plague Tale is
Hmm.
great on the Steam Deck. Like
Ooh.
the Steam Deck runs it pretty much perfectly. I mean, it's a smaller screen and you have the view distances and it's great. You can argue that.
Yeah, yeah.
But as like hardware wise and like graphics wise and like the playability or whatever is almost perfect on the Steam Deck.
Right.
100% really recommend. But there are things that, are playable but not great.
Yeah, yeah. Depends on the game.
Yep.
Anyways, I am Steam Deck obsessed, and I'm glad to hear that you are also
Well, I always have been.
Stardew Valley obsessed.
I
You
always
have.
have been.
Can I tell everyone how many hours you have in Stardew Valley? Oh my freaking god! Are you for real? 600 hours?
624 at this
What
point.
have you done for? What have
And that's on
you must have
Steam.
married the entire village
And
two
that's on
times.
Steam. That's only on Steam. Think about the
Oh,
hours
you
I
have
have
it
on the
other places.
Xbox.
Yeah, you have it on the Switch too, I know.
I even have it on the PS4 and I can't even be bothered firing it up. I was considering loading up everything to take a picture of it and be like, look at how much of my life I've
Oh my
wasted
god.
in this game, but
It's
it
like
means connecting my
Skyrim 2.0. You bought it everywhere.
I did. Yes, true.
You bought it for me even in 2016.
Ah, because Stardew Valley is so good. Oh my
You
God.
freaking love it.
I
Do you
could play
have
it
a
probably
tattoo?
forever. No, because I want it in color, which means it's going on my leg.
Oh, right. Yeah, colors on the leg.
Because I wanna like a pixel tattoo, which doesn't like it could work in black and white, but you know,
I should write that down. Colors on the legs. On,
maybe. I
on the
mean,
leg. I mean, what kind of motif from Stardew Valley on the
I
leg?
want the chicken.
The chicken. Sorry, the chicken. It's so
But
cute.
it's just because pixel tattoos can be sort of awkward in black and white if they're not big enough, you know. And I
You
don't
know,
have much space left. I'm running out of space.
I know, right? On your arms at least. Oh my God, the
Hmm.
chicken is so cute in Stardew Valley.
I
I had to Google that.
know.
Like, Stardew Valley chicken. So good. So
Adorable.
good. So good. Yeah.
And I haven't asked Tobias if he's capable of doing pixel tattoos, so you know
Oh
I
yeah.
have to.
Of course it is. It's so good.
I'm waiting for
The cow
Carolina
is
to come
good
back.
also. The cow.
The chicken's better.
But the cow with the tongue out.
No, but the chicken.
There's a pixel of the cow with the tongue out. So cute.
Yeah, but the chicken. The chicken's so like iconic.
It is actually iconic. Isn't that the official icon of Stardew Valley?
I
Someplace,
don't know.
somewhere. Did I
Pass.
dream that? I don't know.
Pass. Don't know.
Okay, very good.
It's such a good game though. Like anybody who hasn't played Stardew Valley, like, what are you doing with your life? Oh
Wait,
my God.
is Stardew Valley gonna take your virginity on your legs? Do you have tattoos on your legs?
Excuse me?
If you know what I mean. Like on your legs, do you have tattoos on your legs?
No.
I don't think you have. Yeah, yeah. Mm.
Yeah, but I know that's the thing because I have nowhere to fit a chicken on my arms, and nobody has ever said that before. That's a brand new sentence.
I don't know. Where do you put the chicken?
That was a brand new sentence.
Very
No,
good.
leg, probably, I guess. I don't
Link
know.
on picture on Discord later when you have it
Of my leg?
of your legs. Very good. The chicken on your legs.
Well, it's not gonna. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
One day, soon, there will be a chicken picture.
Soon TM.
Yeah, broken. Yeah, but the reason I've been playing Stardew Valley
Mm-hmm.
on the and I should show my gaming book. My gaming book is so good. You have no idea. I've gone full overboard. I've got stickers. I've got like every calendar, and
Can
then
you make
like
a reel on Instagram where you
I
scroll
really
through it?
should. It is beautiful. Like
Can
I'm
you
actually
please?
impressed with myself. It's actually beautiful. I've done every month, like the calendar, like spring, summer, autumn, or fall.
Handwritten.
Handwritten everything, and then I've got like the birthday pages for every birthday of that month with the because I got some
Oh
stickers
my
on
freaking
Temu
God.
because
And
I love
you
China.
have a beautiful handwriting too, I've seen. So if you
People
make a
keep
reel,
saying that. Can we talk about this for a minute? People
you,
keep telling me
you
that I have really
do.
good. I don't.
I beg to differ. Excuse me.
Ugh.
Have you seen it? It's actually
My
good.
God.
So you should make a reel of your book, put it on Instagram, hashtag cozy games,
Oh my
and
God.
and it
It's
goes.
actually so good. Like now I'm getting kind
Yeah.
of pleased with my gaming book because I've got the
Mhm.
stickers too. I've got the stickers of like the villagers and stuff. Oh my God, it's
You know,
beautiful.
all of our listeners now are gonna want to see it.
All of my listeners.
Are
Oh, I thought you said all of
no,
her listeners. I'm like,
oh,
my listeners? Excuse
are
me?
listeners.
Maybe, yes. But also at the same time, you know, I feel kind of self-conscious. I'm a little bit like, oh,
Have
no.
you written like heart, heart, heart next to the guy that you're marrying and stuff,
No,
and
it's very
like
structured.
small
It's
tidbits?
very, no, it's very structured. It's like, you know, Alex birthday, Alex winter whatever, and then it's like heart, heart, heart for his likes or his loves, and then
All right,
it's
yeah,
like
all right,
checkpoint,
yeah,
checkpoint,
yeah.
checkpoint
It's a
for his
guidebook
likes.
you've made.
It's basically a guidebook, but
I
for
love it.
myself, and I'm really using it. And then sometimes I put down like a page for like all the enemies and how many I have to kill for each for the adventure guild.
Mm-hmm.
It's big.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a page for every building, like how much I need for every building and how to
How many
upgrade each
pages is in
building.
this journal? Like, is it a
For
thick?
Stardew Valley, it's not even that many. I think it's like
Are we talking? Have you
maybe.
made like a thick guidebook that you're
No,
gonna
no, no.
publish soon?
You know, and it's my gaming book anyway. Like I have notes from Oblivion and
Yeah,
from
right. I
Dreamlight
also.
Valley in the
Yeah, I
same
have
book.
gaming books too. Lol, what?
Yeah,
Notes and
but my
stuff.
Stardew Valley part is really turning out quite beautiful.
Nice. Stickers, you
I
say?
will, yeah, stickers. I bought them on Temu. Stardew Valley stickers. They've got like stickers of like each of the villagers, like kind of like face or,
So that's like
whatever.
a upper class guidebook, next
I know.
level
I've
TM.
gone next level.
Wow.
I'll post
Post
sometime.
everything. Post and publish the book. We
But
want
I
to see
feel
all.
so awkward. Like I feel so I'll maybe
Okay, share what you feel like sharing.
not in link on Discord now, but maybe in the future I will post. I just feel so I'm sorry, but I
How
just
about
feel
one
so
page maybe,
awkward.
like a teaser trailer.
No, I feel so awkward. I'm like, it's my handwriting and it's my name.
Handwriting, picture on Discord.
Meh. I feel like a young girl. I'm like, meh. Meh. No, don't look at
Schoolgirl.
me.
I know, right?
No.
No, I love it. I love it.
But I might post out. Maybe I'll post a video of like a quick
Yeah,
flick
I think you
for
should.
you.
I mean,
We'll
this
see.
is super relatable. I hand wrote maps of within Zelda 2 when I played that on the NES.
Oh yeah. I love a
I
good gamer
had
book.
to. I had to because the game didn't even have maps, and I had to make my own and stuff. So I know
Yeah.
what you're saying.
I love a good gamer book where you
Yeah,
mine says on the front page, I think it says gamer book and then in brackets below it for pro gamers.
for
That's my
pro
front
gamers.
page.
I've never seen a
It's
secret
very
book.
good. It's not that secret. It's just really good.
hmm Looking
Huh.
forward to seeing it.
Yeah. Now I feel like we've hyped this up so much that everybody's gonna be like, storybook.
But I am hyped. I've seen a sneak peek of it. I think you posted on Instagram like a tiny little sneak peek, and I was
Yeah, but
intrigued.
that was before I went entirely fucking lost my mind when I started playing Stardew. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, remember when I got these Stardew stickers from Temu? Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I went a little overboard.
Love it. I
I
gave you
love
a
it
Stardew Valley
also.
book once, but you have
I
made
know, and
a better
but it's
one.
so beautiful. I can't
Mm-hmm.
use it.
Oh,
Obviously,
right.
like, yeah, I can't. I'm not gonna scribble in that. Hello.
Oh, right, right.
It's beautiful. It's on my
Mm-hmm.
shelf in my gaming corner.
A book.
It's beautiful. That
A
is
book.
actually a beautiful book. You have to, can we link on Discord to the
Yeah,
Stardew Valley
yeah.
guidebook?
It's the official guidebook that was released by, I don't know, someone.
It's so beautiful. Oh my God.
I don't know if it was like an official release from freaking Concerned Ape or if it was like a Kickstarter project of fans. I don't know.
How
But
we talked
it's
about
really good.
how Concerned Ape retweeted my tweet once. Oh my God.
No, you have never told me that.
Beautiful. It was a beautiful moment.
What did he tweet? Is it long ago?
Uh, yeah, it was when Stardew Valley multiplayer was in beta.
Oh, I think I remember.
Yeah, I posted a tweet about me, Patrick and Ruth, because Ruth was visiting Norway at the time. So we were in the same room, all
Yeah.
three of us playing Stardew Valley multiplayer. It
And it
was
was
like
a
the
screenshot of
beta.
you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a screenshot of the three of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my God, Stardew Valley multiplayer is everything.
Yeah, I
And
remember it
he
now.
retweeted it. I was like, oh my God, I've been
Oh my
retweeted by
God.
somebody famous.
He is, though. He made a really successful game. Jesus Christ.
He's amazing
And
though, as like a game.
he is
Yeah.
working on another project that I haven't heard anyone talk about since ever since the chocolate something.
Chocolatier.
Mm-hmm.
Hidden Chocolatier? What
Is
is
it
it?
out soon? What's going
Uh,
on?
don't know. I think he spent all of his time on the recent update to Stardew Valley because he's
Yeah,
still
no.
doing that. And then he said after that he's gonna do just the Chocolatier game for a while, and then he was like, maybe I'll come back to Stardew Valley, maybe not. So he's kind of sort of indicated that not
Mm-hmm.
that he's done with Stardew Valley, but like
Mm.
he's kind of like in the very distant future
He's
kind of
only
thing.
one man. He needs
He
AI.
is. And the day that he was releasing his the most recent update for Stardew Valley, everybody was like on the internet refreshing his Twitter, like, oh my God. And
Mm-hmm.
he posted in the morning because he was like, I'll release it sometime today. He wasn't like, yeah, it's 12 a.m. GMT. He was like, yeah, sometime this morning. And then he came online and like, or came and like posted a tweet like, I'm gonna have my coffee and then I will put out the update. And everybody was like,
I
nobody has ever cared this much about a man finishing his cup of coffee. It was
I know,
insane.
right? I know, right? I like how he's just one man.
He's great. Oh my God, he's so awesome. Like,
Imagine
imagine
that.
making this. Like, he made a little indie game. He was like, yeah, I've made this little
I know,
tiny
right?
sort of Harvest Moony, invented this little thing,
Mm-hmm.
release it, and kind of like hope that it
Boom.
goes big. And then boom.
Insta viral.
My God. But
I know, right?
such a good game. Like,
Mm-hmm.
1000%. If you haven't
Go
played Stardew Valley, play it now.
Still going strong. Isn't that game like 8 years old now? Yeah, I think it's 8. No,
No,
no
no.
way. Hmm.
Last update was like last year, though. So
Stardew
things are
Valley.
happening continuously. There are so many things.
It was released in February 16.
But
It's
Green Rain is
9 years
everything.
old.
I know, but updates makes the game
Jeez.
newer. So many updates. Green Rain is everything. Oh my God, I love Green Rain.
Green Rain.
Yeah, you haven't played it for like 15 years.
8
So,
years, yeah. I know, right? I played it
my
when it was
God.
released.
But it's so good. Like the Green Rain and the like
Mm-hmm.
raccoon storyline. Oh my God, everything is so great.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he never stops updating it. Oh my God, Stardew. Could play it forever. Ah! Okay, next topic or next
I think
something.
we're ending because that was all we had.
We're ending it with me going Stardew Valley. Ah,
Stardew Valley. Concerned ape hype. Very good. He can
hype.
finish his
Such
coffee
a
anytime.
he's such a good boy.
Yeah, respect. All the coffee.
Yeah, that coffee cup was the most important coffee cup anybody ever had.
Sounds like
Like
it.
he literally, like everybody on Reddit would just like, oh my God, refresh, 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 refresh. And then on Twitter, he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna finish my coffee and then we'll release the update. And everybody was just losing their mind. They were like, oh my God, this coffee cup. It's everything to everybody.
Jeez.
Fucking coffee cup, dude. And then it took 2 hours for me in Europe anyway, because he was American. So
Maybe he
it took
had
me
two
2 hours.
cups.
It was a 2 hour coffee cup, dude.
I must have had 2 cups.
Mm. Or one really, really enjoyable coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was all
Yeah,
for Diskydisk. Thank you so
this
much for
will be
listening.
a long one, right? Or
Also, depends on how much I'm gonna edit
I think you're
out.
probably gonna get there's a lot of yeah.
Okay. Leave a comment and we will respond to it next week. Very good. And
Leave it on YouTube because we actually don't see it on Spotify.
yeah, true. That's also true. Join the Discord and do the things.
All the things.
All the things. Link on Discord. So we will talk with you next week.
We will.
Bye.
Bye.